Hey Harish, I got your project. I just want to make sure it was clear to you. This was fine the way you sent it as a jar file. But I just want to make sure it's clear that there are multiple videos on some of these pages. So there were different options for submission. So there was the one going through the BlueJ submitter, and then if you click right here, there's another video that says, go ahead and just send the Java file. So, but I'm glad you figured it out. That was a great way to send me the stuff, and I got it. So now I just want to give you a little bit of feedback. You got a good start, but I want to give you some ideas about what you can do to make this an A project, because I think with a little bit of work you could get this to an A. So let's see here. So what I did was I created a unit testing class, and if you haven't gotten a chance to look at the video on that, there's some video. I think it's at in Unit 4. If you scroll down here, it says Introduction to Using the Unit Testing Tools, Jennifer K. And Jennifer K does an explanation of how those things work. Actually, let me see. Maybe I can give you just a real brief idea of how these work. So I'm just going to ignore what I'm doing right now for a second. I just want to show you what you can do to set these up. So I'm gonna send you as an attachment a .java file called Music Organizer Test, but I don't know. It works. It doesn't work all that great if you just like throw it into the folder with this other stuff. So in my experience, the way it works best is, I'm just going to remove this so I can show you from scratch. In my experience, the way it works best is if you like right-click on the class that you want to test, which in our case is going to be the Music Organizer class, and say Create Test Class, and then open that up. And then these .java files you can actually edit with any text editor. So I'm using Notepad++ on my PC. If you're on a Mac, you could use like TextEdit or whatever works. You should be able to open these up and see what's in them. So I'm going to say Edit and select all, and then edit and copy. Because what happens is when you do that create test class thing, you get this green box, and there's some stuff that's filled in, but it doesn't know what you want your test to be ahead of time, so it doesn't fill in everything for you. So this file that I'm sending is going to have everything you need. So you can just copy everything from here, and then do like a Control A or an Apple A, select all the text here so that you can pretty much empty this out, and then just paste in these tests. Okay, and I set these tests up specifically for your methods. And I'm assuming this that your play and wait that has a string as a parameter, that's your solution for number 27. But anyway, I want to start out giving you some feedback on list matching. So with list matching, what you need to get an A for this one is to do the challenge exercise, which says, can you find a way to print a message once the for loop has finished if no file names match the search string? And the hint is to use a Boolean local variable. Okay, so you want to be clear on what a Boolean local variable is, and then you want to set that Boolean value. So you can set that Boolean value to some initial value before you go into the loop, and then if you find a match while you're in the loop, then you can set the Boolean value to something else, and then after you exit the loop, you can check the Boolean value and decide if you've found a match or not. So what you'll want to see, let me see, what you'll want to see is something like this. When you run the test, if I say test list matching and bring up the terminal, might just pop up by itself, but if not, you can always go in here and say show terminal. And what you'll want to see is, you know what, I'm going to actually, you can clear this also by saying Control K or Apple K, Command K if you're on a Mac. But when you run this, let me just run this again. So when you run test list matching, what you should see is something like this. You should see, it makes the matches where it has matches, but if there's no match, then you want it to come up with this message, no files matched. Bruce Springsteen's not on the list of testing stuff, so it's not going to be there. So right now, if we do that on yours, what we have is test list matching. I'll clear that one too. Okay, so test list matching. So what we have, wait, oh no, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Here it goes. Okay, so let's compile this. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to compile it when you get your new music organizer test to it. And then we say test list matching and bring up the terminal. Sometimes you have to click it a couple of times because it's buried. But see, then for yours, when it's these are all good. So this is exactly what you want. Okay, but what you need to complete this is when it says testing Bruce Springsteen, it should come up with that message, no match or whatever, some kind of message saying, this guy didn't match. Okay, and you only want it to come up when there's no match, right? You don't want to see no match for Big Bill Brunsey at the end after you've already listed out the matches, right? So there should only be a message after Bruce Springsteen. And then for your players, you want the music to actually play. So rather than printing these guys out, you want to actually use, and you can just call the other play and wait method that you have. So you have a play and wait method with an index that actually plays the songs. Okay, so that's what you want in your play and wait. Yeah, in this one. So you want to actually call that one and actually play the songs for that. All right, and then you do that, those two things, and you got an A. If you have any questions, again, I'm always happy to look over work in progress or answer any questions or anything like that. So the important thing for me is that that you're able to succeed at these. So go ahead and shoot me any questions if you have questions, or if you want me to, if you get partway through and you want me to check out what you've got so far, that's fine. Just go ahead and let me know.